Hello and welcome to Ceratonia Gardens, and here today on this spring morning we are looking at Pelargonium graveolens, which is the beautiful scented geranium. Oh, lovely balancing, calming, gorgeous herb. And I want today to go for a little walk, really, to show the lavender, but I've found myself here. Oops, so I'm not going to. I hope that there's some time. So these times have just come into flower. The pelargonium also has just come really into its abundance. Here's the white cistus, our small flowered one. This minute I've just forgotten its genus. You've got the pink albidus cistus in the background there, but we'll see more of it. Here's a little rosemary there. There's also more sage over there. That's the Salvia officinalis, but other sages are in the background, but we will come to those another day. See, it's a little dark this morning. The sun has not been as bright as it has been elsewhere, but you see the lavender. So really I wanted to have a little lavender walk, and of course we have already met other herbs along the way. So where we're going is into the sacred tree grove, and this is our oak. We have planted many oaks, but this is the oak that grows here at Ceratonia. It is the Quercus coccifera. This is all of that. We'll come over here because it's in flower over here. See if you can see those little flowers. Oh yeah. And what's been very interesting about this tree, this bush, it's also known as carrasca in Portuguese, and it is the Kermes Oak in English. Oh, and did I just see some little acorns? So it's an evergreen, and you can hear them. Yeah, that's the bees. The sun's coming out because it's an evergreen, and actually last year the leaves were looking really ropey. We were thinking, oh my goodness, because we'd had such little rain for so many years actually, although we've had a good amount of rain this winter, which has been absolutely fabulous. But here we have really seen the regeneration, the whole new cycle of new leaf, and it's a wonderful thing to see. Yeah, because these are still quite small, all of these leaves. Oh my goodness, yes. And they're soft. They're soft because the bees are there. Because that's something very much about this oak, is that, maybe you see it a little bit more down there. Oh, they're still soft, but they have quite a crinkle to their leaf. Yeah, quite sharp actually when they become mature, almost like a holly leaf. Yeah, so brilliant, wonderful. The acorns were an important food in the past. I can just see a few on the floor here. Oops, can you see that? Yeah. So those are the acorns. So wonderful, and it's just so exciting to see this wonderful tree. Well, it's a bush. It is a bush, but they can get big. They can get big, and yeah, to regenerate and be in such glory. So thank you so much, beauty. But we're going to continue our walk. So thank you, dear oak, and keep going, because there are some madronias that we planted when we first were here, but there's no watering going on here at all, so they just manage. Now there is more of the oak, but lower down, and we're starting to see the lavender. So I'm just going to keep going and not get waylaid by anything else, and only because I know if these videos are too long, then you may not keep going with them, which is fair enough. Right, okay. Sorry that the sky is not that lovely blue. Oh, now this is because, of course, I am just doing this with a phone, and I don't know, I'd have to have a very special camera to be able to see in the fall. Maybe you can. The hue of purple as we get closer into the lavender meadows. So this is Lavendula stochas. We are seeing more of it. Oh my goodness, I can start smelling it because the wind is, although when I very first started doing the film, there was not a drop of wind, but as soon as I really started, the wind came up. I don't know if that was trying to tell me something, but lavender for strength. Gosh, I did see those scillas there, sorry. I don't want to digress, but I think maybe I will do a proper, almost what would you call it, a formal herb walk. Might do that, but do it properly. But in the meantime, here we are. And that, all that flatness is lavender. Let me get closer, for heaven's sake. So yes, we are very familiar with lavender. Perhaps most of us are maybe more familiar with Lavendula angustifolia, which is a wonderful species of the lavender, and the lavender, the one that we have, is also excellent. This one is the Lavendula. As I said, the stochas, it is actually a subspecies. Now, I'm afraid I didn't look at it before I did this video. Oh, look at the birds. I'm disturbing the birds, sorry. But yes, so let's just see. So really it's in the last couple of weeks, you know, since the equinox, the lavender has definitely been coming into flower, but more and more abundance. And deer lavender is such it is an amazing herb. I know. I probably say that about all of them. Oh gosh, the smell is absolutely wonderful. So yes, we are very familiar with lavender as a essential oil, and absolutely fabulous for so many things. Now I see it's 7 minutes, and I know I could at least speak for maybe a few minutes. So I think I'll do it. And if you want to stay, stay. And if you don't, go. So the lavender is, what's so wonderful about it coming into such bloom at equinox, spring equinox, is that lavender has always been, for hundreds of years, documentations about lavender and ritual and spring and intuition and opening. So it's very opening, and this is the thing about lavender. It's a relaxant, it's an antispasmodic. It opens, it creates space, and it does this with intuition, with the third eye, with energy. It's a great cleanser physically, but also spiritually and energetically. Oh, look at this beauty. So these are ones that have not come into flower yet, or they're flower buds. Gorgeous. Look at that. So full of essential oils. Oh, and there they are. But you can also drink these flowers as a tea. You can make a tincture. You can make an infused oil. And then you can, with that infused oil, it's great as a massage oil, or made into balms for aches and pains, but also burns. I mean, this is a fabulous herb for burns, as we know. All sorts of burns, but also all sorts of skin complaints. You name it. I am a lavender girl, to be honest. I have always had lavender in my life. It just is so helpful for everything, you know, from tummy aches to headaches to spots to feeling a bit heebie-jeebied to giving you a boost. I mean, it's a great endocrine tonic, great energy, gives endurance. You know, it really does. And when you see how it grows, look at what it grows out of. That wonderful, wonderful, hard, look, rocky. Look at that rock. And then, hello. You know, and then they completely withstand the incredible heat and everything just going dry. Got this lovely little path through the lavender meadows. Yeah, and then comes back with the rains, with the dew. Sometimes we've had no rain, or maybe just a few days of rain in the winter, yet these still come in abundance. Now that is inspirational. Okay, well, I will leave it there with great gratitude to this absolutely fantastic, fabulous herb, lavender. Aho.